So this week, something kind of crazy happened. As we know, the snapshot, a little bit smaller. But the preview, oh my gosh, the beautiful preview. Like it usually happens about this time in the update cycle, it appears that we have strange technical changes that seemingly relate to nothing right now. We've got villager updates, mob updates, and structure updates too. Slide into the new preview, open up the main menu, and bam! We got our first look at the brand new update panorama. Man, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and welcome back, Minecraft 1.20 Trails and Tales update. I think this literally might be the same scene. So our panorama right here, I'll go ahead and speed it up for you, but it's inside of a cherry blossom biome. We've got a bunch of cute little babies around us, and to me, it gives Mojang had no clue what to change this panorama to, so they said, I don't know, pick a pretty pink biome and put a bunch of the babies in it, man. I guess that works. Funny thing is, that menu, there's not even that many babies at all. Like, not gonna lie, I think my world with all of the baby mobs would have literally made a better panorama. Whatever though, man. At least it's not at nighttime anymore. Looks good. Now, on the Java side of things, we've been taking a look at some interesting villager changes that seemingly keep happening and random bugs that pop up. The problem here is that this current update, it does not change anything related to villagers. At least on Java. Minecraft Jabberwock Edition, the very first change of the day that we're taking a look at is the Wandering Trader. We've got a brand new Wandering Trader trade here. It's only got about a 5% chance to show up, so a little bit more uncommon here. But after time, I know it will happen. Wandering Trader, which one wants to be the one? Wait a second, you, my friend, got one of the new trades that we already knew about, the Golden Dandy. Dude, Wandering Trader searching through all of their trades is so much harder on Bedrock Edition. These llamas are always oh, there it is. The Wandering Trader, my dear little friend. The Wandering Trader will now be able to sell you name tags. How many name tags total before it locks? Well, 5 name tags total. And then it's over. This comes at us here because obviously in this update, the name tag has been severely devalued, getting a crafting recipe and you know all of the jazz. It's familiar. So yeah, I guess whenever something isn't that valuable, the Wandering Trader just gets to have it. I guess that confirms this man a garbage salesman. Now look, man, coincidences are real. They happen from time to time. Now, I just kind of thought this one was funny because Mojang has already declared this update feature complete, which theoretically means the changes that we see shouldn't be so big like a brand new villager trade or anything like that. But shortly after last week's snapshot, I was messing around with the villagers and I realized that the librarian villager, wait a second, it still rips us off for name tags. Had to send it. Well, now, in this week's snapshot, the librarian villager name tag trade has been removed. But what happens when we level a librarian villager all the way up to a master level? Oh, wait a second. We should be there. So the name tag, you know, obviously it's not really worth 20 emeralds nowadays, even if you can farm emeralds dirt cheap. But we'll go ahead and trade with you. Try and, you know, like get your level bar to fully complete or whatever. And, what's that? It's already fully complete. You should be leveling up to the master level to see what master trait you have. Oh, wait, Mojang just deleted the master level librarian villager because that was the only trade? Nice, Mojang, nice. Bro, this kind of makes me nervous because quite obviously we're running out of time for this update here. They said it's feature complete. I don't know how many more weeks of snapshots we need for an update that is like baby mob textures, but oh no, this kind of mistake so late in the game. Look, this was one of those things that we were talking about on stream, and we kind of came to the conclusion, what about something like a recovery compass or something for that master level trade? You know, it's a pretty rare item, could make it a little bit more accessible. I mean, look, man, with the master level librarian, we'll speed level this one. This is over in the Java snapshot. They haven't changed it in Java yet. This trade right here, this is obnoxious. This is the only master librarian final trade right here. 20 emeralds for 1 name tag. That is so terrible. Obviously, we knew it had to change, but to just completely remove a level from a specific villager type, arguably the best, most useful, popular one too? Oh, wow, man, wow. So I don't know if this is just a case of Mojang not really knowing their game and realizing that by removing this trade, they delete the level entirely, but I don't know how this doesn't even get tested inside of the preview after it's changed, because pretty quickly you will realize that the level, it's just gone. It's impossible to get now. This is documented on the changelog, but on the changelog, it just says they removed the name tag trait. Not even replaced it with anything, just straight up removed it. Now look, I'm not gonna get it too far into theoretics today, but surely this has to confirm that we're getting some kind of villager update. Hopefully not in this one, it seems like this update's done. But they're gonna have to fix this, right? They're not just gonna leave the librarian unaccounted for master level for very long, right? Pair this with all of the villager changes we've been taking a look at, especially Java side, and well, our next drop, whatever it is, it's got to have something to do with the villagers, right? What do you think? What would you replace this master level librarian trade with? Let me know down below. If you haven't yet, smash that like button. You might have heard, probably from me, that only 30% of you are actually subscribed. While you're tapping like, double check real quick and make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well. Minecraft live announcement is right around the corner, and then the big show, and then the new update era. Alright, now man, this preview is kind of big. Like, the changelog, the length of it here, absolutely ginormous. And there are some really intriguing changes here. Tucked all the way down and near the end of this changelog, like you could almost miss it. Mobs. Updated the rabbit texture for these variants of rabbits. And inside of Minecraft Bedrock Edition, we talked all about it in this video last week. The furnace update. This was dropped into the game. There's a new experimental toggle. If you jump into a world with the furnace update enabled, for whatever reason, the old rabbit is back. Like, I was spawning him, and I was like, wait a second, that looks familiar. And then it clicked, and then I've been looking at this rabbit for 17 years. This is the old one. Sure, if you want to check out this new rabbit update, strangely enough, you need to jump into a world without the furnace update toggle, and then voila, the new rabbits are right here. They haven't gotten rid of this beautiful new model, don't worry. Now, I would say over here, we're most familiar with the rabbits without the vibrant visuals and how they look on Java Edition right now. This is in snapshot number 10. The rabbits that we're going to want to take a look at here a little bit more closely, the brown rabbit, take a note at this fur on the side. It's pretty, like, one-toned. This salt and pepper rabbit, same thing. Look at the side texture of the fur. It's pretty, like, flat-looking. And then the gold rabbit, which is going to be the desert one. Same exact thing. It's all about this chunky side of the body, right? That's where this texture change will be most noticeable, my friend. Now, so we can get a clean side-by-side, I will go ahead and turn vibrant visuals off and take... Oh, my God, they're so adorable. We'll take a look at the rabbits. We'll go ahead and start with the desert rabbit, and boom! Take a look at that texture on the side right there. Man, this one is maybe the most subtle one out of all of them. But even then, I mean, you can see clearly. I got that image floating around. Yeah, that's completely different. They changed the rabbit texture so late in the update cycle. What is Mojang doing? Now let's go ahead and crank things up a little bit, make it more noticeable. The brown one, wow, those light specks all over the body, and they are on the head, and the rest of the texture as well, but it's just like the body is the most noticeable one. Yup, that's a lot more detailing. But then, wait, I saved the most noticeable one for last. The salt, the pepper right there. Wow, that is way more salt and pepper than before. I mean, I like these changes, right? They look really good. They will definitely make these new rabbits pop, like, even more here. But why has this happened, like, as the grand finale here in this update? This is so weird and random. Now, another thing that went down inside of this update, as we can see right here on the changelog, and then randomly higher up on the changelog here, there have been quite a few different random mob fixes as well. Like a whole solid batch of them right here, some improvements with gas and leashes, random little glitches and fixes. That stuff, and not things like rabbit texture changes or new villager trades, or all of the usual things that you would look for when an update is wrapping up. Another thing that you would not usually see right before an update wraps up is a change to one of the biggest, most difficult structures in the entire game, in the form of a nerf. Yeah, so if you read the title, or at least what I'm planning on putting in the title here, then you know about an ancient city change here. Inside of the ancient city, usually, previously, the name tag, this was a findable thing that you'd be able to loot from the structure. And now, in classic Mojang fashion, they add a crafting recipe for a name tag, which means the name tag can no longer be in the loot table for, you know, whatever reason, which means it's completely removed from all ancient city loot table. Now, the name tag, pretty significant part of the loot table. It's decently common inside of this place. So you might be wondering, what did Mojang go ahead and replace the name tag with? Like, swap out of the loot table? Oh, wait, what do you mean? They swapped something out of the loot table? No. They just actually straight up removed it from the loot table and didn't add anything else to go and find. Yeah, so this is kind of getting really weird here. There have been multiple updates over the course of the past year that just remove things from loot table and don't really replace them with anything. Surely we need to take a look at structure loot as a whole sometime, right? With everything becoming craftable in the game, they are going to have to add something into the game that is cool to find in structures again, right? Really cool ancient city generation that I have right here, by the way, and they have not snuck this change into Java edition quite yet, so if you find an ancient city in Java Snapshot, they still got the text. Another one in which the name tags have been removed from the loot table entirely. Maybe this one matters a little bit less, admittedly, but this structure right here, the Woodland Mansion, all the name tags have been cut out of the loot table here in this structure. Oh, wow. I'm in a Pale Garden one. Look at how good those leaves look. Man, that's cool. Now, not that very many people went to the Woodland Mansion for name tags in general, or heck, even the ancient city for that matter, but name tags being pulled out of this loot table, I really hope that at some point Mojang is planning on actually taking a look at loot tables and adding more interesting things back to it again, because it's sad that everything just gets removed, dude. More armor trim, more shird, more things like custom shields that you can't actually craft. Heck, even flashy clothing that doesn't really provide armor, just shows off the things that you've seen around the world. Something, man. Villagers and loot tables are getting really chopped up by the drops lately. They gotta have to fix them, right? Now, we know this update is basically done here, which means we definitely have to pay a lot of attention to the technical code that is popping up. In the side of the code in this week's preview, a brand new components here that all have to do with redstone. Pushable component has been split into two components. Pushable by a block, which is the equivalent of is pushable by a piston, and then pushable by an entity, which is the equivalent of is pushable true. What is Mojang cooking up right here? So right now, no changes have actually been made to Bedrock Edition. You can still use redstone to move things like block entities, but oh my god, I hope we're not looking at a nerf upcoming here where you can no longer move things like hoppers and chests around, man. This is the exact kind of change that you would look at before some kind of redstone update comes to the game. Now, I don't think we have had very much other redstone clues recently, so this might be a little bit more of a random change if this does end up coming to the game. But wow, man, the changing of block entities and making it so you can, like, control what can and can't be pushed by blocks, so redstone. And then the more intriguing one, entities. I don't know if there is a single entity in the entire game that can actually move things around right now. Well, I guess other than the Enderman. The Enderman can obviously pick up some blocks and move them around, but I don't know if this tag really has very much to do with the Enderman, and more so about entities being able to push things around. So, look, man, if you've got a little bit more insight on what the entity moving bit could be, please enlighten me down below. And that's actually just about it for this week's snapshot that nerfs a bunch of things in the game. That's all we're looking at. End card will be another video. Smash like, subscribe for even more, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.